Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Coin shortage 2.0. What is really going on? Let's explore. The United States Mint posted a video at the end of June of this year talking about yet another coin shortage, much like we saw during the pandemic in 2020. Now the economy is kind of moving again, and you can understand that it was a circulation problem, not necessarily a manufacturing problem. The United States Mint did keep up with the mintage of coins. In fact, if you look back, 2020, they actually increased the amount of coins that they produced in 2020 than they did in 2019. So now here we go. We are finding ourselves in yet another coin shortage, so to speak. And really, the same issue is at hand. The coins aren't circulating. One can understand, at least to a point, as more and more people are using digital transactions and your credit cards and the like, and that's been the trend line for quite some time. But nonetheless, the United States Mint continues to produce a lot of coins. I mean, billions of coins per year. Why would they do that if people aren't using as many coins? In fact, last year, when you look at the total coins produced, there was 774,400,000 coins that were produced in 2020. So what gives with this? Let's ask a scammer. Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Richard.
This is Richard. May I help you?
This is Julian with Capital Group. We were just wondering if you're still interested in funding your business with us.
I am.
How much you could use.
I am. And it's a good thing you called, because I need to find more pocket change. So I'm going to actually be putting an order through you guys, through the Federal Reserve, to make this happen through this loan program, because that's what I do for a living. It's about getting the pocket change into the hands of the right people. And it's a marketing campaign, so I'm going to need some funding for that. Can you help me with it?
Of course I can.
Wonderful. Very, very good. So what we need are some dimes, quarters, nickels, and cents. Some people mistakenly call them pennies, but it's the British that use the pennies. And here in the United States, we use cents. Does that make sense to you?
Pence? I'm pretty sure it's pence in the UK, right?
It is pennies in the UK. Now, there are pence as well. 3 pence, none the richer, or 6 pence, none the richer, but they don't use that anymore. They're now cents. Or they're pennies, the 1 penny, the 2 penny, and that like. But we're talking about here in the United States of America, we need to get more coins flowing into the economy. You know what? I went into Walmart the other day, and I could not use cash without giving them all of my money with no change back. If I had to have exact change in order to use it, because they're running out. Why is that happening, sir?
I noticed that I went to Popeyes the other day, and they couldn't take any change. They weren't giving change out.
They weren't giving change out. What do you think the problem is with that?
Just weird. Cashless society,
You think that's the problem? Did you know that the United States Mint produced more coins last year in 2020 than they have since 2017?
I mean, that's just a 3-year difference, though. Not that big.
Not that big, but the thing is we've been producing more coins in the past, since 2013. There's been into the 11 billion in 2013, 13 billion in 2014, in 2015, 17 billion, 2016, 16 billion. It's come down a little bit, but in 2020, it was 14 billion. Actually 14.7 billion. And we're on par this year for, according to the Mint director, David J. Ryder, this year they are at near record levels of producing coins. So why is it that there's a coin shortage?
Right. So anyways, I unfortunately do have to get back on track to the funding for your business.
So you can't, okay. Well, that's part of what this research will do.
I'm sorry.
The money for that I'm going to be requesting from you will help research and find out the answer to that very question. Since the United States Mint is at near record production for coins, we are going to find out why in the hay bale are these coins not circulating?
Right.
So we need to. It's going to cost a lot of money to do this research. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go to all the Popeyes. We're going to go to the Walmarts.
All the Popeyes, yeah.
Yeah, all that chicken and Hardee's. We'll have to. We'll even talk to McDonald's, maybe even, and perhaps some of the dollar stores around too. Even the dollar stores are having shortages as well. So Walmarts, the Targets.
Unfortunately, I do have to take real calls. So you have been fun, though. You have been
No,
fun.
wait, but what about the funding? I need the funding for my business here, sir. Can you help me with it? We need to make this thing happen. We're trying to get what is really going on with the coin shortage. We want to answer that question. This is where you come in.
I'm sorry. It pains me, Richard. It pains me. I'm sorry.
How much?
I'm sorry.
All right, on the pain scale, between 1 to 10, how much pain is it causing you?
Damn near a 9.
Oh, man, that's pretty big pain. But you sound pretty calm for having a pain threshold of 9. You must take it pretty well. That's pretty good.
I do take it pretty well.
You know what? Thank you,
Richard.
If you could have a baby, you'd probably do good. You could probably stand the pain of childbirth if that was possible, even though you're a guy.
I mean... Yeah, maybe. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to let go of you, Richard. Thank you. I needed this.
Don't let go. Please don't let go. I don't want to be left alone here with all this change. And he let me go. All right. Well, anyways, so there you go. So the question is, we're not going to get funding to do research, and we have to figure this out on our own, folks. Why is there a coin shortage? And let me get to the crux of the matter. I talked to my bank just today. And by the way, at my bank, they gave me some of these new crossing the Delaware quarters. Very nice. But they are telling me that it is the Federal Reserve that is not releasing the change into the system. In other words, the Federal Reserve contracts out with certain companies like Brinks and others to bring the coins to the request of the major banks around the country from the 12 districts that they serve. And they're only allowing a certain amount of coins out. They can only get so many. Businesses in my local area, now this is anecdotal, but my guess is this is probably happening everywhere because we're seeing it. You just heard it from the loan scammer. Even he has had trouble getting change back when he was at Popeyes. So therefore, we are saying that somehow there is a bottleneck and the change is not being released. So what does the U.S. Mint do? Well, David Ryder says it's our fault. In other words, we, the human beings, the citizens of this country, need to take our change here and release it into the economy to bring the exact change and spend it if we're making cash transactions. Now, for me, this is what I do. This is why you see this much pocket change in front of you. Because, well, I use pocket change. I utilize the coins that you see before you here. And so, therefore, I'm a cash guy. I'm not a cash cow. I'm a cash guy. So, therefore, but I did do some research, and I did a little bit of an inquiry, and you've seen it right here live in this video, at least as the recording of this video, even from a loan scammer. Even he is noticing it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you noticing the squeeze, too, on pocket change? There is a squeeze, but the squeeze is happening from the Federal Reserve on down. And again, my bank has told me that they are only allowed only so much per week and month. And it's hard to get pocket change these days, and it makes you wonder if there's something greater going on at play. And knowing how the U.S. Mint, they really know the answer, but they're not telling us for some reason. And the Federal Reserve obviously knows the answer. They're closely tied together. And so therefore, it makes you wonder if it is causing the U.S. Mint is wanting people to use, or the Federal Reserve and the powers that be are wanting people to use digital transactions. In other words, credit cards. They want to force people to do that because they don't want to give Walmart, extra money. In other words, if there's a transaction that costs $5.25 and you give them $6, they're going to keep that 75 cents. You don't want to give them that 75 cents, so you use your debit card, or you'll use your credit card. I've actually have done that. I never use my credit card for transactions at department stores. Never ever. Or Walmart and the like. And so I'm wondering if there's a greater purpose here in this coin shortage, and they piggybacked and saw that digital transactions increased in 2020, maybe because of this very reason. So they thought they would implement this shortage. They could get more people to do it. I don't know. I'm just posing that question out there as a possibility. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Very interesting indeed. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.